Hello, I'm inviting you to join me in some yoga on tour. I'm in Slovenia in the beautiful Triglav National Park. So find some gratitude for wherever you are today. And we're going to start first of all in child's pose. So stretch the whole of the back, sinking your hips down to your heels and extending your hands out to the top of the mat. And let's start to come up now into cat pose. So rounding through the shoulders, pull the belly in and up, and then lowering the hips and belly down to the mat, looking forwards in cobra. Keep the elbows in, and then coming back again through cat into child's pose. Hips sink down. Breathe in, come up to cat, then to cobra, and breathe out through cat and back to child's pose. Breathing in through cat, lower to cobra, elbows are tucking in. And now breathe normally and lift your hands and feet off the ground, and let's try some locust pose. Let the back work. And now coming back into tabletop position, prepare for downward facing dog, so tuck the toes. And on an out breath, send your hips into the air. Bringing your heels as low down as they'll go. And your head is released and relaxed. Belly pulling up. Breathe. We're going to do some crunches with our right knee towards the chest. And then send the right leg back into the air in three-legged dog. Just keep moving. Knee to chest. Three-legged dog. Knee to chest. Three-legged dog. Keep moving and drop the right knee now. Spin on the right knee, take the weight in the right hand and lift the left arm in the air into side plank. And release. Face forwards, come back into down dog, three-legged dog, and rotate the hip now in a forward motion. So just as much as your range of motion in your hip will allow, some forward rotations. And release that foot back down. Come back onto your knees. Keep your hips high, but bring your head and chest towards the ground into puppy dog pose. Little back bend here, strengthening the lower back. Keep breathing. Good, and let's come back up into tabletop for some cat-cow movements. So drop the belly, lift the head, and then lift the belly and drop the chin to the chest. Drop the belly, lift the head, lift the belly, chin to chest. Drop the belly, lift the head, and lift the belly, drop the chin. And come back to neutral, tucking the toes, come back into downward facing dog. And walking on the spot, so lifting and lowering each heel, bending the knees as much as you like. And come back to still and bring the left leg in the air, this time three-legged dog. And let's start bringing the knee to chest in crunch. Three-legged dog, knee to chest. Keep moving just as much as you like. Crunching the knee to the chest and then through into three-legged dog. And then hold the left knee, hover above the ground, land the knee and twist on the left knee into side plank. Right arm is in the air. Taking a good look at your view. I'm looking at the Julian Alps in Slovenia right now. And release from side plank. Come back onto hands and knees. Send the left leg back into the air into three-legged dog. And now let's do our hip rotations. So rolling the hip forwards and round. Good job, well done. And then come back into down dog and prepare to move forwards in a ripple motion into plank pose. Then bend the knees, move back to downward facing dog, and bring the body forwards, rippling the spine into plank. Bend the knees back to downward dog. Just keep that spine movement going between down dog and plank. Rippling the spine, same movements as we do when we're in cat-cow. Keeping the belly lifted, the core engaged. And come forwards into plank and just rock now on the toes, just forwards and back from down dog to plank. And bring the knees down. Prepare for dolphin pose, so shoulders over elbows. Clasp the hands together, pinky fingers down, tucking the toes, and again sending the hips up into the air, taking the weight through your forearms. And come down, back into child's pose. Take your arms behind you, this time close to your feet. Perhaps if you want to, you can take some wrist rotations, just release some of the tension from the wrists, from the down dogs and planks. One way then the other. And some finger clenches, so just open and close the fists. And come back again onto tabletop. Come straight back into downward facing dog, and we're going to prepare for a side plank. So moving from down dog to plank first, and then rotating on the feet, on the balls of the feet. So you take the weight in your right hand, left arm in the air, keep the hips high. And options to lift the top leg, lifting that leg as high as your body will allow. Keep the foot flexed. And if you're feeling really playful and adventurous, you can kick the top leg back, catch it with your hand, feeling a stretch in the front of your thigh. Keep your hips high. Well done, release. And return yourself back to downward facing dog. And we can do that now on the other side. So from down dog, come forward to plank. And then move on the balls of your feet to take the weight in your left hand. Right arm is in the air. And options, if you like, to lift your top leg. Flex the foot. Take in the view. Keep the hips high. And for the adventurous ones, if you like, you can kick the top leg back and hold on to the foot with the hand. Deep, intense front of thigh stretch. Good core workout. Well done. And release. Come back into downward facing dog. And just release the hips a little bit. Sway side to side on the balls of your feet. Feeling a nice little stretch through your side waist as you sway. And come back down onto your knees into tabletop position, ready for thread needle. So we're going to move with the right hand first. So twist, bring the right hand into the air, look up, and then thread the hand through. Twist up and thread. Twist one more time, look up. Thread the arm through, and this time bring the back of the hand to the ground, bring your head to the ground. And your left arm can stay where it is by your face or extend above your head. If you like, you can fold your left hand behind your back, or you can take the arm into the air. Just be where feels most peaceful and comfortable for you today. Be where you want to be. And keep breathing. Keep enjoying that sensation. And let's come out now of thread needle. Just do a little bit of free flow, swaying hips side to side, moving the shoulders to the opposite way to the hips. Just get some movement through the spine. Anything that feels really nice to you right now. Come back to stillness, and let's do thread needle this time with the left arm. So bring the arm into the air and then thread it through. Lift up into the air, looking at the hand, threading through and twisting. One more time, hand into the air, look up and thread through. Bring the hand to land on the ground, palm up, head rests on the ground. And right hand again, options to leave by your face or extend above your head. Or if you prefer to fold your hand behind your back. Or perhaps you want to bring the right arm up into the air. Do what feels nice. Don't forget to keep breathing. And let's start to come out now off thread needle. Again, just moving the spine, the hips, the shoulders. Just do what feels nice. Just feel a release, feel movement, feel stretching. Good. And let's make our way now into a seated position. We're going to do butterfly pose. So bring the soles of the feet together and move your heels as close in towards your body as you can, and holding onto your toes with your forefingers and middle fingers. Just flapping your knees up and down. Let your knees flop as low down to the ground as they will come. And then let's extend the right leg out to the side. Try and keep your back straight, core engaged. And fold in the right knee and extend the left leg this time, taking the hip and opening it as wide as it feels comfortable. And release that leg. Pick both feet up off the ground and see how you feel about working your core as you lift and extend one leg at a time. Keep breathing. Keep your belly button pulled in. Your core is working really hard now. Well done. And let's see how you feel about extending both legs at the same time and drawing the feet apart as far as it feels comfortable. Keep breathing. Well done. You're enjoying this. Well done. Release. Hug your knees and lean back a little bit. And let's straighten the legs out in front of us now for a forward fold. So flex the feet, toes point up. Breathe in and lift the arms above the head to lengthen the spine. And then breathe out and fold forwards and let your hands rest wherever they land. So a full forward fold. Be comfortable. If your knees are bent, that's okay. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, see if you can sink a little bit lower down. And breathe in, bring the arms back above the head as you sit up. And release the hands down to the ground. Breathe out. And bending the knees, bring your hands to the ground behind you. And windscreen wipe your knees from one side to the other. And looking in the opposite direction to which way your knees are flopping. Releasing the spine, a nice twist. And release. Come back into any seated position that you feel comfortable in. And congratulate yourself for giving this bit of time to your body today and to your well-being. Bit of yoga in nature. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. And enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to have a little bit of fun as well.